It was a trip that turned into a nightmare. 2 years ago, Wayne Brown and his wife were traveling on a Greyhound bus when it collided with a semi. They were stranded for 2 days. She was sent to hospital, and now he's suing.
There was glass in my boots and down my pants. It was amazing. You know, it really is amazing how these little shards can get everywhere.
Wayne Brown can't forget the night of March 9th, 2012. He and his wife Annette were on board this Greyhound bus when it was T-boned by a semi-truck. Annette was hurt and Wayne went with her to the hospital in hope. But Brown says little did he know, their day was about to get much worse.
You know, I said to the people who went to the hospital, don't worry, you know, this is a big company, they'll be here to look after us. They're not going to leave us here. And by 1 o'clock in the morning, we still hadn't heard from anybody, so that's when I started calling the Greyhound 800 number, and I was told that there was no customer service on the weekends. And so that was it. We were stuck in hope, and we didn't know what to do.
Brown is a full-time caregiver for his wife, and they rely on her disability pension. After the crash, he spent the next 2 days trying to find a way home to Valemount.
When we left Vancouver, we thought the next stop was home, and with groceries in the fridge and so on. And so we had no money. We had no way to buy a hamburger even or anything.
Greyhound arranged a bus home for the other passengers, but the 4 sent to hospital were on their own.
Perhaps the worst feature of this case is the fact that after the accident, my clients who had paid to be transported safely from point A to point B were simply abandoned.
Lawyer Garth Wright says he's never seen a case like this one. He's helping Brown file a lawsuit against Greyhound. Greyhound says it can't comment on Brown's case because the matter is before the courts. When a Greyhound is involved in a crash, the company says it does send a relief bus to pick up stranded passengers. But what it doesn't specify is if it takes responsibility for passengers after they go to hospital.
It could happen to anyone, and it could happen to someone who hasn't got someone like me looking out for them.
As for Wayne Brown, he says he won't be taking the Greyhound anytime soon.
You can be left by the side of the road if anything happens.
CAMILLE MACDONALD, CIPG News.